Hello, Ramley and other NFL family. Happy Victory Monday to all you Ram fans and NFL fans that got to win. But in this video, we're talking Rams. We're talking Colts. It is early in the morning. I got to start work in like an hour. But I had to record this video because I want to talk about it. I want to hear from you in the comments about it. I've processed it. I've slept barely. I've rewatched the Tutu Atwell 88-yard touchdown for like at least 57 times, if not more. This game was insane, and full credit to the Colts. And I've seen Colts fans really ticked off, and I would be ticked off too if I was in their shoes. But the Colts are legit. Do not let the narrative be that the Colts are frauds. They had some key mistakes in this game. Clearly, Mitchell, I feel for the guy having a rough day. Essentially giving the ball back what should have been a touchdown, and then also the holding call that took away the Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Take those two things away, I don't know how this game plays out. But if you're the Rams, there is a lot of good to take away from this. They found a way to win. Especially, I was nervous when I was watching this game at the watch party. It just seemed like at times in the third quarter, the Rams offense kind of stalled out. And full credit, the Colts defense and the Rams defense really locked down. And it became a pretty defensive battle until the fourth quarter. Now, as I rethink this game, obviously the Tutu Atwell just highlight 88-yard touchdown. That just phenomenal. So happy for Tutu. He gets a lot of heat. I'm just so happy for him. I loved seeing his reaction after the game, after the touchdown. I love seeing his teammates. Stafford was very complimentary of him. Puka was complimentary of him. Adams was complimentary of him. Kyron Williams, everybody. Love seeing that for Tutu Atwell. So cool, to see him have a big play like that. And because he is a guy, he's just been putting in the work, hasn't got a lot of opportunities. But when he got his opportunity today, that's where he shined, and it was phenomenal. I know that after rewatching it, the Colts only had 10 players on the field on that play, and that's a mistake. That arguably is just as big of a mistake than what Mitchell did, right? Like that's you can't do that in the NFL. And Stafford, being a savvy quarterback, saw, Tutu's in man coverage, his man fell down. Let's throw it to Tutu. If he catches it, he's gone. And that's exactly what happened. I'll also give full credit to the defense in this game, keeping the Rams in it. And Cam Curl, his first interception was a phenomenal play. The second one I do think was a bad throw, and that throw needs to be picked off, which is exactly what Cam Curl does. It's what he gets paid to do. Well done. Cam Curl, just phenomenal performance by him as well today. Let's talk about this. So if you look at the stats here, Colts had 333 total yards. The Rams had 462 total yards. And now I know that 88-yard bomb very much that inflated that, which, hey, nothing wrong with that. And I also think of the drive before halftime being so important. When the Rams, they were pinned, I think at like their 4-yard line or something like that, and after a phenomenal punt by Sanchez, the Colts punter, and then they're able to march down the field and they take a drive, and that was a grind. That was a grind. There were no easy yards on that drive, but they marched down the field. They get a touchdown before half. I remember thinking, I'm so glad they didn't settle for a field goal, because that was ultimately, if you look back to last week, that's why the Rams lost. They settled for field goals when they needed touchdowns. And in that drive in particular, they needed a touchdown. And it just happened to work out. And even in the 2-2 drive, I remember thinking, like, okay, with how much time is left, if you can get into field goal range and like kill the clock, that sort of thing, like just take the lead win this 23-20. But hey, I'd much rather a 2-2, long touchdown pass like that. So I'm so glad that the Rams were able to find a way to win this game. The Colts are a really good football team, and it would not shock me if they're kind of a surprise of this season, and they beat a lot of other good teams. Daniel Jones, despite his 2 interceptions, was definitely a problem today. Tyler Warren is a problem, but the Rams were able to find solutions in their own, critical thinking and problem solvers of their own. I haven't even talked about Puka Nacua. Puka power, baby. 170 yards on the day. That's what they say, and it's phenomenal. He's always open, right? Always open. If we look down to, I want to highlight third down efficiency here. Both teams were 4 of 12 in this on third down, and then both teams had 1 fourth down conversion. I do think if there is something to highlight, Stafford was under a lot of pressure. There was the 3 sacks, but he was under pressure more than those 3 sacks were. Rams are missing Steve Avila. And there was optimism that he was going to play this game. They took the cautious route, and hopefully he's back against the Niners. Definitely something to monitor for sure. There were some penalties that were, gotta get cleaned up, and I'm sure the Rams are a team that's, going to do that. But I still think the Rams' best football is in front of them. I think that they played a great game to find this out. Stafford said in his post-game press conference, he said, I'm not quoting him verbatim, but he said it's the NFL. Like, it's not like you're just gonna go in and beat up on a team for 4 quarters, right? And this game was back and forth, had all the drama, all the emotions, the highs, the lows, everything in between. I remember in my watch party, I saw when the Colts took the lead, I saw people in my chat just spamming like, it's over, give up, trade everyone. But you gotta stick with them a little bit more than that. The Rams did win the time of possession barely, as you can see, 31-44 to the Colts 28-16. And again, I love the resilience, the grit of this team. I do think that the Rams, having a savvy veteran quarterback in Stafford, really helped this game. Not that Daniel Jones isn't a veteran, but I do think that Stafford played very well, especially in that 4th quarter, and was a difference maker for one of the reasons the Rams won this game. On the ground, I think Kyron Williams had one of his best rushing days on the day. The Rams had 102 rushing yards. And again, you think of it, the Rams have now played, who have they played at running back, right? They just came off, a pretty decent, day on Saquon Barkley. And then outside of the run that thankfully got called back against Jonathan Taylor, they were able to hold the Colts to 85 total rushing yards. And now they got to face Christian McCaffrey, who's like the biggest weapon on the Niners. So that's been the Rams. They get to go up against elite running backs all day, it seems. Then after that they have a date with Derrick Henry later on. So it's definitely a fun time if you're the Los Angeles Rams. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I wanted to record this video before work, just because I just have so many thoughts there. My 3 stars of the game, absolutely Tutu Atwell with that one play. I'll definitely put Cam Curl in there, and you can't not put Puka Nacua there as well. It's a great team win, great performances. And in the coaching matchup, which was at a very high level in this game between Sean McVay and Shane Steichen, Sean McVay was able to find a way to win, and that's awesome. I'm so thankful. That's going to do it for me in this video. As always, feel free to like and subscribe, all that good jazz. We're on the road to 5K. Would love to see if we could get there by the end of October. And as always, go Rams, horns up, and peace out. Let's go Rams! Woo!